By the way, when you run a media company, instead of calling yourself a real estate agent, your home setup starts to look completely different. Let me show you what I mean. Look at all that. Look at all that. That's my setup right here. My nice, messy, dirty office. Getting ready to shoot a video. So this is what it looks like right here in my office. The office isn't that big, so obviously you can see my equipment is hanging out the door. Nobody's home right now. I've got peace and quiet for a couple of hours. So just to kind of show you what I have, that's just an extra light shining on me because I'll be standing right here. I'll be standing right here. There's just the side light. There's a light to light up my face. Let me get a little closer. This is my homemade teleprompter. Yes, it's actually a homemade teleprompter. It cost me no more than 35 bucks to make. Cardboard and picture frame from Walmart. I don't even think it was 35 bucks, truthfully. Oh, and some duct tape. There's my big camera, 5D Mark III behind there. There's my monitor so I could see myself. It's hard to get around my office with all this stuff happening here. In the last video, I explained what it is to be a digital mayor. How often do you see real estate agents set up their home office to look like a full-out production studio? If you think of yourself as a typical real estate agent, you're gonna do what a typical real estate agent does. If you think of yourself as a media company, your mind shift completely changes, and this is the kind of shenanigans you do with your time. I would rather spend 2 hours creating quality content than 2 hours hammering the phones, picking a street and getting rejected over and over. Now I have to run upstairs to get changed because I don't want to record a semi-professional looking video completely unshaven with a hat on. So I always think of the weirdest things when I get changed for a video, because color has a lot to do with how a person feels and how they perceive you. Blue is the color of trust. Black, power and authority. Navy blue, well, that's just a Christmas gift. Very tight spot in here. Now, the one thing that if you decide to make your own teleprompter and you use regular glass, things are a little bit sketchy in the sense that they're a little bit blurry. What I would recommend using beam splitter glass. So as soon as I find some, I will get some, but for me, it's all about just let's get the equipment going, let's set it up, let's just focus on doing, as opposed to constantly making sure you've got perfect equipment, because if you always wait to get perfect equipment, you will never get started. I only call you when it's nobody sees from here down, so really, you could do the stuff with your pajamas on, or naked if you really wanted to. Well, from here down, you know what I mean. All right, I think we're ready to go. So I've got my GoPro going so you guys could see what I'm doing. I've got this guy, but that one there is recording the audio because that's where the shotgun microphone is. And this guy here is my main camera, which I have to turn on, and that's the one that is going to be recording the actual professional quality content. Let's get to it. Congratulations, you're almost done setting up the in its entirety because there's one more day you're fully operating. Have yourself an awesome day. Whew. So now I have to go back to the computer, input all that information, look at it, make sure it's the quality of the picture's okay, make sure nothing's out of focus, make sure my words make sense. My GoPro's going. My GoPro is going still. I totally forgot. Oh, and my video camera's going. I'll be right back. As I was saying, people think that producing videos, content online is difficult. Go out there and research how to write a storyline, how to tell a story, how to do proper copywriting. Have you ever been to a magic show and you've seen the magician on stage and they are incredible and you're thinking, wow, how did they do that? And then one day somebody shows you, or you go on YouTube and you YouTube how do you do that magic show, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, I understand how he did it. it totally makes sense, and I can actually do that. So what I'm telling you is you can do exactly what you've just witnessed happen here. It takes a little bit of practice. It took me about almost an hour to write copy. I went to Starbucks the other day and just zoned out and wrote this copy in about an hour. Then I put into the teleprompter, so my camera setup here took me 15-20 minutes. That's it. And on top of that, I've got this camera here that I'm trying to produce a vlog. I set up a GoPro there so you guys could see what I'm doing. So all that is taking much longer for me so I can bring you guys for the ride. And a lot of this stuff is just lamps for my home. So don't worry about trying to be perfect. The most important part, it's all about the message. I can shoot an entire vlog on my iPhone. And in fact, I have shot an entire vlog on my iPhone, not the vlogs you're watching here, but if you go to my YouTube channel, and you go look under the It's Personal tab, I went to Holiday Valley with my son Jacob and I shot the entire thing with my iPhone. Check it out. So you don't have to have fancy schmancy equipment. All you need is an iPhone and you're golden. The equipment you're seeing here, it took me a few years to set up. I'd get one camera here, another camera here. This camera that I'm shooting with, Canon 80D, I literally just picked up a couple of months ago. So that's a new camera. Otherwise, I was shooting with my phone or my big camera, which is the Canon 5D Mark III. This one here has a flip screen, so I can see myself taping what I'm taping. And sometimes you'll see my eyes do this. And my wife watches these videos and she says, stop looking to the right. Is this annoying, by the way? Your eye wants to go to the screen and look at yourself, but when you look at yourself, I'm not actually looking at you. So anyway, go out there, create some content. I don't care if you're writing copy. I don't care if you're doing video. I don't care if you're doing podcasts. Do something. The important part of anything that you do is consistency. And I've done this before, and we've seen websites out there where real estate agents or anybody from any company says, okay, I'm going to do a vlog, and they're going to start writing, and they pump out 3 vlogs or blogs or podcasts, and that's it. They stop. Makes you look very unprofessional. It tells the viewer that you've started something and you can't really finish it. Anyway, go out there, create some content, and that's it for this vlog. Hey, how you doing? Did you not hear me? I said go home. This vlog is done. Done. There's nothing to see here. Go home. Go home. Nothing to see here. Have yourself an awesome day.